Hey guys, this is Vic Dorfman, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can automatically change your custom fields inside of your Drip account to make sure that when somebody submits a ThriveLeads form using the Drip API connection, that their first name will be passed, because by default it isn't. And you may have noticed that, and that's probably why you're watching this video. Now, here I am inside of Thrive, and you see I've got a form set up, so I'm just going to go ahead and create a new connection, connect with Drip using the API. So I'm going to click create a new connection, and I'm going to select API, go to the next step, and I'm going to select Drip. Okay, and it's going to give you two options here. It's going to give you a mailing list option, which actually refers to campaigns. So mailing list corresponds with campaigns, and Drip automation. So I'm actually going to use the Drip automation feature because it's a little easier to work with. All right. And now you can see here that it says choose the properties you would like to attach to the call. You can only use underscores and dashes in the custom field input. Well, okay, what we want to do is we want to use the first name field. And actually, let's see. Yeah, custom field value. And we want to use the email field. And that's email address. And this is first name. Okay. We're going to click save. Okay, now you can see what's happening is name, it says field properties name. We're going to change that to first name. Email, we're going to change that to email address. Or we can even say your first name, your email address. And we want to make both of these required usually. Okay, and then so what happens after sign up? Well, usually you'll probably redirect people to like a confirmation page. So in this case, let's just say reload the current page, just to keep things simple, but you can choose whatever you want there. And we'll click save. Okay, so now that we've saved that, let's go ahead and save the changes. And let's click preview. And oh crap, we didn't even get the first name, did we? So I need to go back and make sure the first name is there. So let's change that. Let's update that. Let's connect with service. Where did our first name go? This is what we want to know. Oh, okay, we have email. We have the email field twice, don't we? So we're going to say none. So email. So basically I messed something up in the connection, so I'm going to go back and edit it. And I'm going to get rid of these custom fields because they don't seem to be working anyway. Let's remove. Yeah. And let's click save. Okay, there we go. So we have email here, your email address, and then your first name. Yeah, so forget those custom fields. Don't put them in there. They just seem to screw things up. And we got our first name now. Gesundheit. Ah, man. Oh, okay, that's why it didn't work, because we have to click display. Duh. Okay. Well, now it should work, shouldn't it? So, okay, cool. So save. Cool. So now we got your email address, your first name. So now we're going to click Save Changes. And we're going to click Preview. Okay, so email address. I'm just going to enter like a BS email address. So Vic Dorf 998877766 at gmail.com. and name is going to be Vic with 2 Ks. I'm going to click subscribe now. So now what should happen is I should be added somewhere into Drip, right? So I'm going to go to subscribers, and I'm going to check to see whether or not I've been added. Okay, and so here I am, vicdorf99887766@gmail.com, and if I click on my name, you're going to notice something funky. And this is the whole point of the video, is to show you how to fix this issue. Now actually, if you scroll all the way down, you can see that it says changed Thrive_first_name to Vick, V-I-C-K-K. And then if you scroll a little further up, you can see that it says changed first_name to Vic. And in your Drip account, you will not see this step, because the reason this happened is I've created an automation that will take the Thrive first name field, which is the only field that Thrive passes other than the email. Well, it's the only name field that you get from Thrive. But that's useless to us, because we want to be able to create emails to people using, universal merge tags. So like subscriber.first_name. If you sent an email to a person using this merge tag and they didn't have the first name field defined in Drip, and they just had this like Thrive first name field defined, well, this would just be blank because that field is empty. So what we need to do is we need to actually take that value from the Thrive first name custom field, and we need to create an automation that automatically updates the first name field to the value of the Thrive first name field. So let me just show you how to do that. We're going to go over to automation. Okie dokie. And we're going to go over to rules. Okay, we don't need a whole workflow for this. This is just a simple one-step rule. And then, you know what? I'm sure there's a more elegant way to do this within Thrive. Like there's probably a way to just make the first name field one of the fields, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm using like, super fancy workaround. So you can see here it says, I've already created the rule. It says Thrive first name, update first name CF. So let's actually click on that rule. Let's see how it looks. So you can see that the trigger is Drip, and it says the trigger action is when a custom field gets updated. The condition is that the Thrive_first_name field is set. Okay, so is set just means that some value has been placed for this field. So it's no longer empty. So some value has been assigned to this field. All right, cool. So that means as soon as somebody submits the form and the Thrive first name field gets set to Vic, or whatever the first name that you submitted is, then it's going to set the field, and that's going to be our trigger action. So what happens once this trigger occurs? Well, what's going to happen is that we're going to create a new action inside Drip to set a custom field value for the first name field, okay, first_name. And now we're going to set the value to be the Thrive first name value. So whatever value is in the contacts custom field for Thrive first name, we're now going to set the first name field to that value, if that makes sense, okay? And so the way you do this is you're going to do curly bracket, so 2 curly brackets facing right, space, subscriber, then a dot or a period, and then Thrive underscore first underscore name, then another space, and then curly bracket facing left, curly bracket facing left. And that's it. That's all you have to do, and then you save the rule. Well, it's already saved. And what it's going to do is it's going to take anybody who, and by the way, this rule applies retroactively. So if you have anybody who has this field set in their contact data, or in their contact, I don't know, inside their contact information, it's going to automatically go back and set their first name to that value. Okay, so that's how that works. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get all the latest cool tricks and tutorials around WordPress and Drip and Divi and all of the cool stuff that we do with vicdorfman.com and our other properties. And as always, feel free to reach out and let me know